Hello.
How are you?
Good. Am I the only one here?
Well, yeah, I was just wondering what in the world was happening.
Maybe everybody's out still shoveling what little snow there was. I don't
Now
know.
here comes Robin. Yeah, here comes Robin. I did hear from Meredith that she can't make it. Hi,
Okay.
Jen. How are you?
Man.
Good. I'm still getting my setup going, but
No, no worries. No worries. Yeah, I was just teaching another class for a friend of mine. She has kind of our same situation, same group that's been coming together at Mondays at noon. So I had to cut them short a little bit so I could make it, but it's so nice. I mean, it's like, here I am in another room.
No commuting. There you
No
go.
kidding. Yeah, yeah. And I will tell you what I've been kind of thinking about while we're all setting up. I see Diane's still getting ready. Robin, you're off video. I hope you can hear me.
I can. I'm having some computer issues, so I'm on my phone for the moment. I'm trying to restart this
No
computer.
worries. No worries.
Okay.
Just, you know, and you don't, I don't need to see you. As you know, it's always okay for you guys to keep your videos off. But here's what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about resiliency. I'm sure somewhere along the line, you guys are writing about it, right? or doing something. I mean, month 11, we really need to be resilient. And I looked up that quote. I didn't know that if at first you don't succeed, try again. Do you know who that quote is from? Who said that? Robert of Bruce, who was the king of Scotland in 1312, when he was going to fight the English, he said that. So I was thinking it's such a great quote for us right now. I mean, how many battles are we fighting? It's kind of like the Scots. If you've ever toured Scotland, my God. Those people, we talk about resilient people. First of all, just living where they lived and then fighting off. They were just kind of an amazing people. And of course, I'm Scotch Irish, so, you know, there you go. But anyway, I was thinking about how many battles, how many battlefronts we have now. And also about the whole idea of try again is so much like yoga. You know, it's really, we keep the goal in mind, but it's not about, you know, reaching the goal as much as it is about the trying and trying and trying. You know, if you just think, oh, well, I can't make it, we can't fight this pandemic or white supremacy or whatever just seems overwhelming. Yoga teaches us that it's all in the trying, that, you know, success is coming in the trying. It's not coming in the going there, you know? So I really thought today we would kind of take it down a notch and really think about the internal journey and how we're kind of trying again from a place of continuous learning, looking for the wisdom that is embodied in each one of these things. And also keeping in mind that some of us are dealing with injuries and just ongoing sore places. Let's just keep the trying going and allow ourselves to soften into the practice. So let's start on the back and make yourself comfortable. So even taking a little bit of a towel or a blanket and allow yourself to prop underneath your cervical spine maybe. If you feel that you're really tweaky in the lower back, let's keep a bend into the knees or even prop your knees up. And then first part of the journey is really to tune in. And we can do that by listening to the breath. watching the breath, feeling the breath. And then a bit of self-study just about the body, where the body intersects with the earth, the heels, the calves, the buttocks, elbows, the backs of the hands, shoulder blades, the back of the head. But maybe this time also paying attention to what comes up off of the earth. A gentle curve away at the ankles or the backs of the knees. Think about where the lower spine lifts up off of the earth if your knees aren't bent. And your cervical spine. And then this total picture of your body, just stepping away from yourself, almost like you're hovering above, just witnessing the entire body on the earth, breathing. Maybe a sense of gratitude for this body, exactly as it is, allowing us to take up this practice of resiliency. Each time we roll out the mat, each time we sit in a meditative pose. And it's this physical form, this materiality that allows us to enter this practice, allows us to become resilient. So perhaps setting an intention for this practice, maybe it's just being here and being resilient. Maybe it is a sense of gratitude. Whatever it is, let's fold it in at heart center, either hand on top of heart, or in Anjali Mudra, prayer pose at the heart. And we'll open up our practice with one full deep inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, just let it go. Rubbing palms together, create some heat, create some friction in the hands. And when your hands are nice and warm, place them anywhere on the body where you need just a little bit more love and attention from yourself. And then let the hands come down to the sides of the body. So let's go ahead, all of us, bring a bend into your knees and allow your toes to be a little pigeon-toed, feet to be a little bit wider than your hips, and then just a gentle rocking in of the knees. You don't need to force them in, just allow them to be where they need to be. Hands to the sides of the body, palms face up. Now, take your right hand and bring it over to your left shoulder, and your left hand, bring the left elbow on top of the right elbow, and then just allow yourself to feel just this draping. Feel the spine like a riverbed. Now, toe heel, the legs out into the middle, the feet right behind your sit bones, And drawing your right knee into your belly, hold it tight. Keep a bend into your left knee. And then spring and let it release. Let's try that 3 more times, holding it really tight, kind of shutting off the blood flow, and then let it release. 2 more times. Hold it tight, 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 and let it go. Last time. Tight, 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 and let it go. Now, keeping your left hand on your left hip and your right hand on your right knee. Very slow, like you're going through molasses. Very slow movements, round and round with the knee. Again, you can let your eyes close. Let this be a moving meditation. Just see how things are feeling in the body. Opposite direction. And now bring that knee back up into the midline and down. Let's go ahead and take that on the left side. Left knee tight, tight, tight to the body and release. 3 more times. 1, 2, 3, and release. Really tight to the chest and release. Last time. All the way tight and release. Right hand, right hip, left hand to the knee, big circles. Listen for things under that right hand. And in the opposite direction. And now scooching both feet out in front of you like you're in Shavasana, little bit of space between the legs. And now feet are flexed, hands down to the sides of the body like Shavasana. We're going to do some heel rocks. So we just want to feel our whole body moving up and down on the mat like so. Kind of bopping your toes against an invisible baseboard in front of you, just keeping your heels plugged into the earth. And kind of get sloppy about it. It doesn't have to go in any particular way or any kind of order. Just allow your body to move up and down on the mat, and then we'll stop. And just enjoy the sensation, all these little tingles in the feet, maybe all the way up to the shoulders or the hands. Everything's coming online, getting ready for this practice. Let's do that one more time. Heel rocking, vigorous heel rocking. And then stop. Now, point the right toe and bring the right foot up the inside of your left leg until you can't go any farther, and then bring it up. I need to keep a really nice big bend in my knee. There's no need to feel like you have to expel that leg out to the ceiling. Now drop the foot to the earth and scooch it along the earth back to your Shavasana. We'll try that 3 more times. So trace the inner thigh up to the sky, down with the foot and out. 2 more times. Trace, up, down, out. Last time. Trace, up, down with the foot and out. Observe. Maybe you feel just a little bit longer on the right side body. Let's do that on the left side. Point your left toes, trace, up, down, out. Trace, up, down, out. Trace, up, down, out. Last time. Trace, up, down, out. Observe. bring your right hand to your right shoulder. Using your left hand, find your way up, bringing your whole body up towards your left ankle. Use your left hand to steer yourself back to your place. All right, so we're going to do that 3 more times, just across the body laterally and then back down. Lateral and back down. Last time, lateral. Again, we're using the left hand a lot here. And now let's try left hand, lateral. Right hand steers you back. Left hand across, down. 2 more times. Across and down. And last time, across and down. Go ahead and bend into the knees. Bring your knees up into your belly, over to one side or the other. Find your way into a seated pose. Use your blanket. Set yourself up. From here, hands high to the sky. Lift up off of the waist, place the shoulder blades down the back, taking a twist to the right. Left hand, right knee. Sit up tall. Exhale, belly to spine. Take a look back behind you. Now lift that right hand up and take a diagonal. Bend over towards your bent left knee. And then bring your hand down, elbow on top of elbow. Let's curl through the spine. Just let head and neck hang heavy. Find the breath in the back body, and then elbow on top of elbow, either holding on to opposite elbows or Garudasana, whichever you feel prepared to do. 3 big circles one way, opposite direction. And then opening out, open up into the heart. And back to center, hands high to the sky. We'll take a spin to the left. Sit up tall. Exhale, feel the extension of your twist and then lift up. Side bending and a twist. Find the hand down to the opposite knee. Round through the spine. Coming up, elbow on top of elbow, Garudasana or modification, round and round. Opposite direction. And then once again, opening up, hands back behind, lift up into the heart. We'll find our way into table posture. Hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Let's spend the next 3 minutes just doing what you need to do. So if you need a blanket underneath your knees, please feel free to grab for that now. Or if you just need some big circles or something a little bit more organic, something less didactic, please feel free. Let's take one more full deep breath. And then we will return to a neutral spine. On your next inhale, your right foot back behind you. Keep it hip height, left hand out in front of you, thumb faces up. Let's just surf. Surf these little movements. See if you can refine. Try again. All right, deep full breath in. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale it back out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale it back out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale back out and hand comes down. Modified side plank on this side. Right hand up to the sky. Maybe that right foot comes up off of the mat. Maybe the bind. If you have the bind, let go. We're coming all the way down. Keep the foot out in back of you. And let's find the ball of the foot onto the mat. Back and forth now. Just onto the ball of the foot. See if you can move it so that even your pinky toes get a little bit of love. Think about your wrists opening here too. And then stepping yourself back to your plank. Gather energy. Find a big space between your two shoulder blades. Drop your knees to the earth. Table. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest and chin. Exhale, round through the spine. 2 more times like that. Coming back to our neutral spine. Let's go ahead and send the left foot back once again, back and forth, back and forth. A little bit of love. Then lift it up. Let's find that we can surf these little changes as our body finds stability. Deep full breath in. Exhale, knee and elbow meet. Inhale it back out. Knee and elbow meet. Inhale back out. Knee and elbow meet. Inhale back out. Hand to the mat. Modified side plank on this side. Maybe reach up. Maybe bind. Undo the bind. We're coming back for our plank. So ball the foot onto the earth. Step it back, plank. Deep, full breath here. Exhale, knees to the earth for your half plank. So we're going to hover our elbows at the rib cage, shoulder blades down the back, heart shining forward. Inhale, up into your baby cobra. Let's walk the toes back, elbows back, shoulder blades pinching together, heart showing out to the wall in front of you. And then curling toes under, sit back to your child's. Find that your hands are sticky on the mat and they're moving your way back. So they're pressing that tailbone straight back. Shoulder blades wrapping around the body. And we're feeling a little bit of opening in the feet. Give it one more full deep breath. Activate through the arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's pedal out into the dog. Feeling what we need to feel. Feeling free to keep a bend into your knees. But let's send the tailbone straight back behind, still feeling sticky in the hands, connecting with that moving back of the hips, scooping up the belly. Deep full breath here. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Really make contact with the earth, with every bit of the hand. Keep a bend into your knees just so you can feel and touch and root through the earth in the hands. Let head and neck hang heavy. Let the arms dangle. Give yourself maybe a little bit of a massage. Working maybe a little bit with straightening out the knees. Gaze up to the belly button. So there's a sense of really dropping the head, crown of the head closer to the earth. Now a deep, 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 deep bend into the knees. Vertebra on top of vertebra, all the way up into standing head and neck come up last. Shrug the shoulders up and around one direction and then in the opposite direction. From here, send your left hand back behind you and bring your right hand to the head. Give yourself a little pull. And let's switch out the hands. Little pull. And then hands high to the sky. Exhale, take a forward fold. Scoop that lower belly in and up. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Walk once again, bend into the knees. Find that elephant walk all the way up to the top of your mat. Plank, scoop, listen, exhaling full or half chaturanga dandasana up into your baby cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right foot up to a lunge and your left foot follows, standing forward fold. Inhale all the way up, reach high, and hands together, heart center. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, forward folded. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Send your right foot back, lunge, left follows, downward facing dog. Paddle it out. Your choice, you can always stay here, taking a pass on the vinyasa. If you'd like to try that one more time, inhale to your plank pose. Find that big round space between your shoulder blades. Drop them down the back, knees to the earth, or taking your full chaturanga dandasana up into your baby cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. Inhale your left foot forward, lunge, and right follows, standing forward fold. Inhale all the way up, reach high, hands together, heart center. Inhale, hands high, sit down into your chair, Utkatasana. Think about tucking the tailbone so we're not doing this. We've got the belly engaged, inner thighs engaged. Bring your hands back behind you, no binding, just like you're flying through the air. Tailbone stays there, low, bring it up, Utkatasana. Next inhale all the way up, exhaling here. 2 more times, inhale, Utkatasana, exhale, Ardha. Stay low, inhale, Utkatasana, exhale here, inhale, straight arms, straight legs, exhale here, inhale, Utkatasana, exhale, Ardha, inhale, Utkatasana, exhale here, inhale, straight arms, straight legs, exhale, all the way down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Send your right foot back behind you. Plant your right hand, left hand high to the sky. Take a twist. If this feels pretty cool, you can stay here. Or if you'd like to start kind of opening up into that hip one more time, let's go ahead and take Skandasana, or reverse Skandasana. Long in the under leg, onto the side of the foot, left side. Let's bring it around. We'll take a wide-legged stance, and then working your way around to the back of your mat. Plant your left hand, right hand high. Again, feel free to stay right here or take this into reverse skandasana. Once again, we're coming back around. Take that wide-legged stance and then make your way back to your lunge. Step it back, downward facing dog. Pedal out. Inhaling here. Exhale, let something go. Your choice, plank and stay in plank, or if you need that vinyasa, take it. Deep, full breath in. Exhale out. Inhale through your back bend if you're coming. Everybody downward facing dog. Inhale your right foot up and back behind you. Pull it through for your lunge. This time, let's make sure we have blocks nearby. We're going to keep those back toes curled under, hands lightly on the block. Right knee tracking over the right ankle. On your inhale, slow and steady, up. High lunge. Really get long in that back leg. Shoulder blades still coming down the back. Hands together, heart center. Drop your left heel to the earth. Find your warrior 2 foot pattern. On your inhale, reverse your warrior. As you do, straighten out your right leg. Find a big side stretch. And now exhale, right hand out, farther, farther, farther still. Find your triangle pose. Find that block, bring it to the inside of your right leg. Let's find the left hand drifting around and finding the bind. So sometimes you have to kind of come up and grab your left hand near your wrist crease, your hip crease. I like to open my hand up just to kind of remind myself to keep myself long in the side body on my right side. But this is just like what we were doing with our upper trapezius stretch. So if that felt good, you can always let your right ear dip to your right shoulder. And now coming all the way back up, then back into your warrior 2. Spiral your hands down, frame out that foot, and step yourself back. Downward facing dog. Once again, just pedaling out through the feet. Feel free, take yourself a vinyasa should you need. Again, this is all about resiliency. It's all about doing the same thing over and over, right? Try again. So here we go. Let's lift the left leg up and pull it through. This time we'll grab for those blocks once more. High lunge, long in the right leg. We're going to use the blocks just as a sense of kind of getting light. And then pulling our shoulders up over hips. And drop that right heel to the earth. Find your warrior 2. On your inhale, reverse your warrior, but as you do, come back with long, straight left leg. Then keeping your side bodies long, finding the half bind. getting yourself into your triangle. Again, I always need a little help with my bind. Long, long, long. In left side body. Coming down. Just come all the way back up, warrior two. Spiral hands down to the mat, step yourself back, downward facing dog. After your vinyasa, should you take it, we'll all wind up in some kind of resting pose. Whatever feels good right now in the body. It could be dog, could be child's pose, or even shavasana. Well, let's find that integration time. Try again without learning something. It's just absurdity. We got to integrate the knowledge back into the practice. Let's give it 3 more full deep resting breaths here. And once that third breath has come and gone, let's make our way back to downward dog if you're not there already. Lift your right leg up and back behind. And you can stay here or you can stack hip on top of hip, but then square off shoulders, feel that stickiness in the palms. Once again, press back. Lift your right knee back to your downward dog split. Pull your knee up into belly, shoulders up over wrists. Plant the foot in between the hands. Let's find warrior one foot pattern, rising up, warrior one. Once again, long in that back leg, strong warrior, fierce, like Robert of Bruce. Straighten out that front leg, hands to your hips. You can go ahead and use like a little karate chop here, just a reminder of where the hip crease is. This is where we're taking the forward fold. Keep your engaged quads and that right foot reaching back. Now, find your edge. Find the place where you need to practice. The practice of softening into this shape. So for some of us, it's really high. For others, we can come all the way down, but just listening to hip. So once your hips start to kind of wonk out, you're going to find it's a lot easier to get down. Keep that right hip moving back and left hip moving forward. Sacral spine parallel to the earth. Long in the right hamstring. Hands can come to blocks, or hands can come to the floor. Wherever you are, just fine. Keep that right hip moving back. Engage through your left quads. Long in the spine if you've got a forward fold going on. Let's do one more full deep breath here. And then slowly, we'll take standing split. So for most of us, it's nice to have blocks. And we're just going to bend back into that front knee. If you found that your torso was touching your thigh, maybe stay there and see if you can lift your left foot up off the earth. Finding that forward fold. Slow and steady. back to your lunge. Step it back, downward facing dog. Your choice about a vinyasa or any kind of movement you need. We'll all meet up, downward dog. Lifting your left leg up and back behind. And once again, either staying there or stacking hip on top of hip. Hands heavy, shoulders square, knees lifted. Deep, full breath here. Back to your downward dog split. Downward dog split. Bringing knee up into belly, shoulders up over wrists. Plant the foot up between the hands. Warrior one, foot pattern this side. Again, moments of refinement. And then straighten out that front knee. We really want to remind left hip forward, left hip back, right hip forward. Staying tall in the torso, finding that forward fold. You know where we're going from here. We're going to go to a standing split. So if you have folded, if you can find that torso and the thigh kind of glued together as you move into this split. Slow and steady, lunge, downward dog, vinyasa should you need. Again, time for integration at the end, 5 full deep resting breaths. At the end of your resting breaths, let's drop to the knees and find table once more. Couple of cat-cows on your own breath. Bring your attention, your focus, your awareness to your lower back. We've done a lot with hamstrings. We just want to give ourselves the gift of attention. So coming back to your neutral spine, lift your right leg up and back behind, left hand out in front. Let's give ourselves just a moment of observation. Anything changed here since the beginning of class? If you'd like to stay here, please feel free. If you feel like you could take the bind, maybe taking the bind here, finding a bit of a heart opener, kick of the shin away, balancing. Let's take it out in 2 different directions one more time and down to the mat. Let's take that on the other side. Left foot back out behind you, right hand out in front of you. Maybe you feel pretty good right here. Maybe you'd like to open up the heart or stretch the quad. Let's let go. Out in 2 different directions. Down to the earth, table. Curl your toes under and just hover your kneecaps up off of the earth. Press the earth away. and a short little downward dog. Pedal through the feet, wag your tail. Find stillness. Inhale, shoulders up over wrist creases, hover down. Inhale here. Exhale, short downward dog, and pedal. Inhale, shoulders over wrist creases, hover the knees, scoop the belly. Next exhale, downward facing dog and pedal. This time, let's raise the right foot up and back behind you and pull it behind your right wrist. And then walk your left foot out, out, out for your pigeon. Now, for some of us, this is not a comfortable move. Let's take this on the back. Right ankle on top of the left knee, left foot on to the earth or holding on to your left thigh. Wherever you are, let's take a good 10 full resting breaths in pigeon. So trying to balance out the breaths. Pulling a deep, full 4, 5, 6 count. Inhale in. Same exhale out. Just deep, round, continuous breaths. Allowing the breath just to soften you up. Like water over stone. Alrighty. As we come out of pigeon, for those of us who are on the back, let's just stay there and take pigeon on the other side. For those of us who are coming out, curling toes under, lifting that foot back behind you, and taking any kind of movement you need. We will now take pigeon on the left side, left foot up, bring it through. For your pigeon, walk your right toes back and find your way into pigeon. Wherever you are, let's take 10 full deep resting breaths. So if you're coming out, once again, coming back through your downward dog. If you're on your back, we're going to join you there. So please feel free to stay there. Once we're in our downward dog, dropping your knees to the mat. Cross ankle on top of ankle. Sit yourself back. Pull your legs out in front of you. Let's come all the way down to the back. find your Shavasana once again. So give yourself just a moment to notice. And then a little bit of heel rocking. Up and back. And then stop. Let's come out into star pose. So hands wide, feet wide. On your next, I'm going to show you what this is doing on the left side of my body so you can see it. But we want to start with the right hand. We're going to pull the right elbow close to the waist, keeping the right back of the hand on the earth. The moment it starts to come off the earth, move it back up, okay? Let's take this 3 more times. Elbow down. Give yourself a moment to see what's happening in the back body. Elbow down. And last time, elbow down. Find that right hand out, and let's try the right leg. Blade of the foot, of the right foot onto the earth, bend into the knee, pull the knee up towards the waist, as far as you can go, without lifting the blade of the foot up off the floor. So just up and back. 2 more times. Up and back. Up, keep the blade of the foot on the floor, and back. Now let's bring elbow and knee to almost touch on this side. Keep blade of the foot, back of the hand on the mat. Taking this 2 more times. And then let's bring the head into it. So keeping your gaze at the ceiling, elbow, knee, and head kind of all to the right side. 2 more times. And let's try that on the left side. So now bend into your elbow and bring your left elbow towards your waist. Left hand onto the mat. 3 more times. And then we will now add on the foot. Left blade of the foot onto the mat, up. I'm trying to do it on my right side too. And out. 2 more times. Listen to those muscles, what they're doing to get you to do this. Now, elbow, knee together without the head. Keep the back of the hand, the blade of the foot on the mat. Now let's add that head. So gaze is at the ceiling. Just bring the torso kind of to curl towards everything. And then back to your Shavasana. Heel rocking once more. Stopping with the heel rocking, feeling all those tinglies. Bend into the knees, soles of the feet onto the earth. Push your big thigh bones away with the heels of your hands. Scoop your belly in and up, pull the tailbone up. Now raise up into that sweet diagonal line of energy. Knees, hips, shoulders. Hands can be to the sides of your body, palms face down, palms face up, excuse me. Just feel the strength that you have within you. When you're ready to come down, vertebra by vertebra, all the way down, tailbone down last. So let's bring our knees up into our belly. Give yourself a big squeeze, rocking side to side. And then over on to your right hand side, supine twist. Up into your belly and over onto the left hand side, supine twist. Up into your belly once again. Give yourself a big squeeze and into your Shavasana. If, of course, you have some other kinds of movement that you like to do at the end of a vinyasa class, feel free to do so. But let's take a good 2 full minutes of silence. And so deep, full breath in through the nostrils. Exhale, just let something go. Before movement comes back into the body, just once again, allow yourself to feel grounded into the earth. Feel the breath moving into the body. watching the breath leave. And then allow, invite, welcome little bits of movement into the body. Fingers, toes, spiraling those wrists, moving head carefully, slowly, side to side. And when you feel ready, knees into the belly once more. Give yourself a big squeeze. Honor yourself for coming out to the mat. Over onto a favorite side. And then up into a comfortable seated pose of meditation. Eyes remaining softly shut, or gaze can be soft at the mat in front of you. And let's just take another moment. Just after that, try again. It's all about the trying. All about our ability to bounce back, about our ability to navigate through change. That's why we come here. So let's gather up the gifts of this practice. Between the two hands, Anjali Mudra, pressing thumb bones deep into breastbone. Feel the beat of your own heart, accepting these gifts. Know that they're accessible anytime you need them. To close out our practice, please join me or just listen to one sound of Om. Inhaling deeply. Namaste, dear Kaiser Family Foundation friends. Feel free to unmute if you need me.
Have a good week. I'll see you next week.
That was great. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Good to see you guys. Yeah.
My dog really perked up at the sound of Om. He was like,
I'm sorry?
my dog really perked up at the sound of Om. He got all,
You know, it's like that baby. Have you seen that that meme of the baby and the daddy going Om? The baby is just like screaming, and then he's right here on his daddy, brand newborn. And the daddy says Om, and the daddy is a beautiful Om. And the baby is just like completely silent. And then after he takes a breath, the baby starts screaming again. You have to find it. Just do baby Om on Google. You'll find it. It's beautiful.
Oh.
I think it is, well, Diane, you and I know, it is the sound of the universe, which is why we all gravitate to it, including dogs.
I'm just going to walk around the house and just keep doing that and see what happens.
Exactly. Well, Brahmari breathing is exactly that. All of our grandmothers and our mothers hummed while they did things. And that is also because it's a very calming, your head is reverberating. It is really good for anxiety.
Right.
Try it. When you get really upset at work, hum.
Will other people catch on if I do it?
No. That's why all of my mothers and all my grandmothers, they had sort of things that they hummed. My grandmother's tune was, "Little man, you're crying. I know why you're blue. Someone stole your kitty car away." You know?
Just say things like, "He's an asshole," but he's an asshole. Anyway. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you both. I'll see you next week.
Got it. This is awesome.
Okay, great. Bye, honey.